All right. We got to talk about what's going on these days in the workplace, huh? I saw this when it happened. There was a Coldplay concert, which I don't think I've ever heard a Coldplay song my entire life. I would never go to one of their concerts, whatever. But they have this jumbo kissing thing. Like, I guess they do this at other events. I've seen it at other events. I think they do it at hockey games, where they have a camera that pans around and looks at people up there in the crowd, and if they look all lovey-dovey, boom, they put them up on the big jumbo thing, and they did that. And there was a couple, guy's got his arms around her, he's behind her, they see themselves, and he just falls down and hides. It turns out he's the head of he's a CEO of a company, and she's the head of HR for that company. Next thing you know, he's fired, he's gone. And like, I knew this was a thing happening, right? For a while. I remember when it was happening, and I've had friends talk about HR departments, talking to the HR department, and I've heard that, you can't date people that you work with, which is crazy to me because that's how people meet, Women showing up on the job, back in the day, in particular job sites where it was always traditionally a man's job, has ruined that whole environment. Sorry, ladies, if that bothers you, it's just the truth. It just changes the dynamic with the men amongst themselves when there's women around, and it's a problem. It has nothing to do with women being able to do the job or not. That's a totally separate issue. But it's a thing. And, my kind of work, blue collar work, we're crude, man. That's just how it is. I work alone for myself because of that. When I was in the film business, that was one of the factors for me walking away from the film industry, was having to work with women, because I am not wired for that. I'm going to say the thing that's going to offend somebody. Just being nice, just giving you a compliment, it's not the same thing as flirting. It doesn't mean I want to get into your pants. I'm just saying something nice because I'm a nice guy. That's how I was raised. I like to flirt too, though. I like to flirt. Women love to flirt. It's a thing. It's what we do as human beings. Asking us to pretend we're not who we are by nature for a part of the day at work is ridiculous. It's ridiculous to expect that people are going to do that. Back in the day, in the 90s, a friend of mine, in between films, he would do handy guy work, and he was working for a company, and he asked me to help him. We're doing earthquake abatement, so we're basically strapping cabinets to walls, putting up bungee cords on bookcases, things like that. And he warned me. He was in an office one day, completely by himself, nobody else in the office, but the office door was open, and he's in there, again, working alone, trying to put a screw in the wall, and like I would do, like some guys do, they talk to themselves a little bit, you don't know anybody can hear you. And he's like, come on, baby, get in there. And a woman was walking by, and she heard that, and she reported him to HR department because she made it sound like she thought he was saying something nasty to her. And that's all he said. Had nothing to do with her. He had no idea she was walking by the office. Knowing me, he says to me, Mike, this is the story, just so you know. So keep your mouth shut. Don't talk to anybody, because he knows I'm going to say something. It's going to be taken wrong. And but now you understand. HR departments, women at the workforce, HR departments, women running HR departments, all that is a problem. It's been a problem, and it's probably the main reason why I work alone. But because of the times that we're in, this is the reason why I'm always not working, because I have to punish my employee for having sex with the boss, which is me. I'm having plenty of sex. There's just nobody else in the room. You know what I'm saying? So I have to punish myself for having sex with the only employee I have. And that's the reason I don't work all the time, because I'm always basically on hiatus for getting in trouble for having sex with myself. That's where we're at today. I'm just trying to fit in with the rest of you people, accepting nonsense, because apparently we all have to accept nonsense to exist now.